Behind the spotlights, behind the cheers of thousands of fans, lies a story that has never truly been told. The story of Jungkook, the golden magne who always seemed strong, confident, and almost untouchable. However, the longer fans watched, the more it became clear that something was changing inside him. Something centered around one name, Kim Taehyung. The question arose, resonating in the minds of many. Did Jungkook fall in love with Taehyung on his own? Or was there an unseen force driving those feelings to grow, even when Jungkook himself might not have been ready to accept it? At first, it all seemed like a normal friendship. Two young people growing up together, sharing dreams, laughter, and fatigue. But over time, the way Jungkook looked at Taehyung began to change. His gaze lingered longer. His smile appeared more readily when Taehyung was near him. And quietly, the world began to realize that this was no longer just a habit. There were small moments that were difficult to explain logically. Jungkook subconsciously searching for Taehyung in a crowd. Jungkook looking nervous when Taehyung spoke intimately with someone else. Jungkook's expression changed just because of one simple sentence from Taehyung. It was too much of a coincidence to be called coincidence. Some fans believe that the compulsion didn't come from another person, but from the situation itself. From the intensity of living together, from the necessity of interdependence, from the world that constantly places them side by side. When two hearts are constantly in such close proximity, certain feelings are almost impossible to prevent. But others feel that it was Taehyung who unconsciously opened the door to Jungkook's heart. Not with seduction, not with confession, but with his presence. With his warm way, with his deep empathy, with his honesty in expressing his emotions. Taehyung never hid how precious Jungkook was to him. He praised, protected, teased, and supported him without hesitation. For Jungkook, who had been accustomed to suppressing his emotions since childhood to appear strong, such attention felt foreign. And precisely because of that, the walls in his heart began to crack. Each tiny crack became an opening for feelings to enter. Jungkook might have tried to deny it. Maybe he told himself it was just comfort, just habit, just a very deep friendship. But his body and expression said otherwise. There were times when Jungkook seemed lost simply because Taehyung seemed distant. There was a jealousy that was subtle yet real. There were long silences that felt fraught with meaning. It all felt like a silent scream. Was Jungkook forced to love Taehyung? Maybe not literally. There was no hand pushing him, no command forcing him. But love sometimes works like a current. It carries someone in a certain direction, even if they're swimming against it. And maybe that current is Taehyung. Taehyung's presence in Jungkook's life feels like a constant. Always there. Always close. Always significant. It's hard not to cling to someone who feels like a constant home. Fans saw how Jungkook changed when he was with Taehyung. He became softer, more open, more human. It was as if Taehyung was giving Jungkook permission to be his most vulnerable self. Perhaps this is what made many believe this love was real. Not because of grand gestures, not because of public confessions, but because of the subtle, consistent changes. Jungkook may never have said, "I love you." But the way she looked at Taehyung, the way she reacted to him, and the way she always came back to him, it felt like an unspoken confession. If anything forced Jungkook to feel that love, perhaps it was Taehyung's emotional honesty. Perhaps it was the intensity of their time together. Or perhaps it was fate silently writing their story long before they realized it. In the end, all that remained was one possibility that lingered in the hearts of fans. That whatever its name, whatever its origin, the bond between Jungkook and Taehyung was anything but ordinary. And perhaps that love was never forced. Perhaps it simply found its own way, straight to Jungkook's heart.